What defines financial success? Depends on who you ask. According to a new survey from financial service company Empower, Gen Z Americans believes it takes a salary of $588,000 to be considered financially successful. That's more than double the figure from other generations. And the average American believes a $270,000 salary makes them a financial success. CBS News MoneyWatch correspondent Kelly O'Grady joins us now for more on this. Kelly, what is behind this $270,000 number, and is that actually attainable?
Okay, so sadly, I don't think that's attainable for the average American. I was looking up some numbers, and if you make over $200,000, that puts you in the top 10%.
The top 10%, wow.
That is, by definition, not average.
Yes.
And so I actually, just for fun, I looked up a couple of jobs that make over $270,000. Plastic surgeon, anesthesiologist, dermatologist. These are all jobs that require lots of schooling, lots of money, lots of loans.
Debt.
Yeah, exactly, right? And that's not for everyone. And so when you think about your original question of what's driving this, it's a lot of frustration that what we have is not enough and it's getting worse.
People are feeling broke.
Yes.
They're like, what I'm making right now, it ain't cutting it.
Yes.
Let's shift gears a little bit. Government data shows that some Americans are paying more for childcare than they are in their monthly rent. How did we get here, and what areas are feeling this the worst?
Well, Lindsay, I'm thinking about having kids with my husband, and I'm going, this is one of the things that's so scary, right? And also one of the things that makes us feel broke. So how did we get here? Okay, so inflation, that's childcare got hit as well.
Yep.
There were also pandemic funds that helped daycare centers stay open. Those expired last fall, and so companies had to raise prices. And then finally, demand. Lots of people had children during the pandemic. They're having to go back to work to make ends meet. They're having to go back to work in person. So they need that daycare. And some of the places that are hardest hit, the Bronx right here in New York, Stearns County in Minnesota, Essex County in Vermont, it's all over the place.
Wow. Speaking of a mother of a 2.5-year-old, yes, it is. It is what keeps me up at night. But the Dow hit a new record close Monday. What's behind this market boom?
The Treasury pick from President-elect Trump. So markets like Scott Bessent, they're saying, look, he's going to be pro-deregulation. That drives economic growth. He's going to trim government spending. That's good for inflation. And he is going to be more for a gradual rollout of tariffs. And that's also going to be good for inflation, where you don't have companies having to deal with that all at once and hike prices significantly. Basically, markets are looking at this and saying he's more of a tempered pick, and that will help balance out President-elect Trump.
One last thing before we let you go. Macy's says an employee actually kept as much as $154 million in expenses hidden, delaying the company's quarterly release. How? What?
I know, right? So we don't have a lot of details on this yet. They're saying that this didn't really impact paying vendors or their cash flow. But really, if you're an investor, you're looking at this and saying, man, you need a new auditing team.
Wow.
And Macy's, of course, is having a lot of issues already. Their quarterly sales dropped 2.4%. So investors are kind of looking at this and going, okay, not so great.
Okay. Kelly O'Grady, thank you so much. Covered a lot of ground with you tonight. Appreciate it.